I am so sorry. Somehow the microphones got turned down. I'm terribly sorry. Somebody stopped by. So we're gonna start over a little bit again. For everybody out there, I'm terribly sorry. We're talking about the Johnson County Community Theater interview, and apparently the air went dead, and I just figured out why. Thanks for the lady who stopped by to tell me. But we're talking about the Johnson County Community Theater, and they're getting ready to bring another production to the stage. And it's one that has a title that might make you lean in a little closer, The Old Man and the Old Moon. It sounds mysterious and even a little magical. Community theater is something special. Its neighbors becoming storytellers, teachers, business owners, students, retirees, regular folks, stepping into extraordinary roles under the lights, and it takes courage, creativity, and a lot of heart. So today we're going to go behind the curtain, and we're going to talk about what it makes to bring a show like this and what the story is about and why you might want to grab a seat and see it for yourself. So I have Abigail Jones here in the studio with me and members of the cast of The Old Men and the Old Moon. And I'm also playing this on Facebook Live, and so if it seems like the Facebook Live was working correctly, but the radio was not, so you're going to hear things that on the radio that we already had talked about on Facebook Live, but I'm sorry about that. So let's go. Abby, thank you for joining us, and why don't you start by introducing the members of the cast that you brought with?
Yes. Well, I brought Elavie, Abel, Haley, and Gracie with me.
All right. And we will talk to them and find out what their roles are. And just for you guys, a little technical note, because I screwed this up, we're going to have to go to a commercial and then come back at some point in about 5 minutes. So sorry about that, my technical difficulties. All right, so we were talking about the Johnson County Community Theater, and you said how long it's been around, 2000?
It opened as a theater. It opened its curtains in 2005.
Okay, and it's before that, it was, for those of you who don't know, it was a school. It's right behind the library there on Court Street.
Yes, it was an auditorium.
Yeah, and who typically gets involved? Is it open to anybody to audition for any show?
Absolutely anybody. Certain shows will state age ranges because generally young kids might struggle with learning lines and all that. But generally, it's open to everyone.
Right, and do you also, by the way, if you're not a great actor but you want to be involved in the theater, there are stuff like set building and costuming and helping out
backstage. And if you have a passion for makeup, get in contact and we'll find use for you. Trust me, we will.
So what do you see as a director? Is this the first time you've directed a play?
Yes, I co-directed one other play, but this is my first time technically directing.
But you've been involved in it for a while, right?
Yes, I started acting when I was 11, and my first role with the community theater was when I was 16.
Okay, and this might be a little bit of a off-the-wall question, but what do you see happen to people when they step on stage for the first time? Is it when you see it on movies or TV, you see either freeze or people just handle it? Mm-hmm. But what about what normal people get on stage? Do you notice any change in them?
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes it's a gradual change, but for certain people it is just a flick of a switch, and suddenly it's an entire demeanor change, and it's an entirely new person that is talking at you. And it's so fascinating that humans have that ability to do that, because no other creature has that ability.
All right. So how about we go back? I also asked, how far in advance does the planning begin? So when did you guys start preparing for this play?
Well, we had the idea for the play. Declan had wanted to do the play all the way back when we were directing Mort. But this one, auditions were held at the end or mid-December, and it's just been going from there to now. Okay. Nonstop.
Also, I should have reversed the order of these questions, but when we were talking about what happens when somebody gets on stage, for someone listening in who's never tried it, and this could be any of you answering, so I'm talking about kids or adults, for someone listening in who's never tried it, what would you say to encourage them? Elavie, you want to?
Sure. I mean, to encourage someone to come and do theater, I just say, come on up, come in, do it. Be fearless, come on, be brave. Put yourself out there.
And plus, let me ask you this: you would have this is sort of especially for kids, teenagers who are a little leery about doing it. It's always something to remember that everybody wants everybody else on stage to look good, right? So there's a lot of helpful people that will help you get used to getting up there in front of somebody and talking. So, but let's talk about the show that's about to hit the stage. What is The Old Man and the Old Moon about, without giving away too much? Abel?
Yeah, I'll answer that. I'd say, without giving too much about the play away, I'd say that you have your character, the old man, and he has this deep bond with his wife, and one thing leads to another, and he goes on this great big adventure quest to get the love of his life back, and to also remember some stuff along the way.
All right. And you know what? Why don't we do this? We're gonna extend the interview past the commercials, but I do have to play the commercials now. Mm-hmm. So please continue to listen in. If you're on Facebook Live and you've been listening this whole time, then we're gonna get to new questions. I know we repeated them a couple of times. So let me play these commercials, and we will be right back with Abigail Jones and the cast of The Old Man and the Old Moon on WMCT, The Mountain.
Season's greetings from the JCHS cheerleaders and the JCHS cheer boosters. We pray everyone has a warm, happy, and blessed holiday season this new year. As most of you know, our JCHS Longhorn cheerleaders placed first at the UCA Nationals regional competition at the beginning of this month. We also won a bid to go to Nationals in Orlando in February. We are trying to raise money now for our team to have this opportunity. If you would like to donate to help us get there, please reach out to any cheerleader or drop your donations off at the JCHS office with a note stating that it is for the cheerleaders. Have a blessed holiday season and Happy New Year. Go Horns!
Marsh Propane wants to be your propane supplier. Their many services include 24-hour emergency response, contractors' temporary heat, industrial fuel, and certainly home heating. And when you call, you'll talk to a live person, not a machine. Stop in today and get personal service with Marsh Propane. Call 727-0005 or stop in today at 2053 South Shady Street for dependable propane service.
Have you been to Sherry and JP's lately? Open Tuesday through Sunday from 11:30 to 8 p.m. They offer great food from chicken to steak to seafood. And they offer daily specials for lunch until 2:30 every day. Don't forget about their ice creams and shakes. They offer up to 300 flavor combinations. Eat in, drive through, or carry out by calling 423-460-1250. Whether you're in the mood for genuine roaster chicken, country fried steak, haddock, or a 12-ounce New York strip, all meals come with 2 sides and your choice of bread. Yep, Sherry and JP's chicken, steak, and seafood just gets better every day.
Johnson County Bank is now officially Skyline National Bank. We're still your local bank with the same familiar faces, plus the expanded benefits and services Skyline offers. This is Bonnie Reese, inviting you to join us as we move forward together, providing personalized service you can count on at every step. Skyline National Bank, always our best.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So here's one thing we know about February. It's the shortest month of the year, which means we don't have much time to waste. So I'm going to make this real quick. The new February instant games from the Tennessee Lottery are now available at a retailer near you. And with 4 new tickets to choose from, you could win up to $5 million. That's big news for such a small month. So drop what you're doing and make your way to play the new February instant games. And did I mention you could win up to $5 million? Pretty sure I did. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Whew. Please play responsibly.
A mix of clouds and sun today, highs in the lower 40s across the higher terrain and mid to upper 40s in the valleys. Skies becoming mostly clear tonight, lows in the low to mid 20s. Plenty of sunshine Friday, a little warmer tomorrow with highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Partly to mostly cloudy skies Saturday, highs in the mid to upper 50s. Rain develops Saturday night, mainly after midnight. Periods of rain Sunday, cooler highs of 45 to 50.
For 102.9 The Mountain, I'm Storm Track 5 meteorologist David Boyd.
We are back here with the cast of The Old Man and the Old Moon, and we're going to have a couple more questions. First of all, Elavie, what's your mom's name? Because Elavie's mom was the one that told us the microphones were off, and so while I also apologize to the people on Facebook because those microphones are off too. So what's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Danielle, and she is part of our Old Man and the Old Moon cast.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Danielle, for pointing out, for letting us know that the microphones are out. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mom.
And it makes me wonder if the microphones were out an hour ago when I did Milestone Minutes, but we'll worry about that later. All right, so how would you describe the tone of the show? Is it comedy, drama, fantasy?
It's very unique. That's what I'll say.
I'd say it's a bit of comedy.
Comedy?
It's a lot of funny jokes.
All right, and is it different from traditional plays? What's different? I have to say, if this is giving something away, I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I didn't actually see it, but I heard some discussions about shadow puppets.
Oh, yes. And I'm the person to talk to about that because I made the shadow puppets and the other additional physical puppets. So, yes, there is shadow puppetry. But another unique thing that we actually are not doing with this one, but it was meant to, is there was not supposed to be an intermission. Especially because when you look at true Shakespearean drama, they don't have an intermission. When you read it, there's no place in the script. And so this one was actually written in line with that because it takes a lot from British, Celtic, and that area of England. So that was unique, but unfortunately we weren't brave enough to go ahead and not give people an intermission.
All right. Are there any other creative staging elements or surprises the audience is support for when they're...
Oh, yes, there is a live band.
A live band?
Yes, indeed. And in fact, Declan, the other director, is one of the players in it.
Yeah, I saw... I think I saw a banjo, right? Is they playing?
Yes, that's what he plays.
All right, so let's see. Why don't we start? Why don't we talk about the cast and the characters? So, Elavie, why don't you start? We'll start with you and tell us what's your character and who are you playing?
I'm Elavie, and my character is Solomon. Solomon is he's this guy who's the pilot of an air balloon. He's all fancy, and he's like, I'm cool.
Yeah, we need more air balloons around. Abel, what's your character?
Yeah, so my character is Matheson, so I'm like the storyteller, narrator, whatever you want, and then I'm also the first mate of a ship. So yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name. What was your name again, and what's your character? Haley. What's your?
One of my characters is Callahan, and he is a sailor. And he's a fighter, and he enjoys being a part of a crew. And then my other character is the young woman, and she's full of light, and she's very, very adventurous, and she's been wanting to explore with someone she met for a while.
Okay. And what's your name and what's your character?
My name is Gracie. One of my characters is the clerk who is just completely unenthused with everything going on in his everyday life. He's just over it.
Is that a challenging character to play for you, or is it right in your wheelhouse?
I would say a little in between. And then I have another character who is the young man. So he is the old man, but younger.
Oh, okay. So a younger version of the old man.
Yes. And he is very adventurous, and without giving too much away, I'll say that he is very selfless.
All right. And so what has been the most fun part of rehearsals?
being able to goof off with all your theater friends. I mean, at this point we're not goofing off as much, but we're very serious with it as well, and we just have a lot of fun with it. That's the whole point of it, just to have fun.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things is that you see everybody come out for the first time and audition, and they're starting to look at the characters and see how they're like. And then everybody gets assigned a part. You come out to your first rehearsal. Everything's not the greatest. I mean, it's your first rehearsal. But then you get to see that sort of blossom into something beautiful. And I think that's what people really need to come out and see, is that this is a beautiful production. I mean, it can be a tearjerker at times, and I just think that people really need to just come out and give it a shot and really just come see this play.
All right. And then what do you think? What is, aside from the shadow puppets, what is one moment in the play that you're especially excited for the audience to see? Haley, you got Haley or Gracie?
Personally, I am really excited for one of the sword fight scenes. It's one of my favorite, and probably one of my favorite moments in the whole thing is when my character and another character don't usually get along, and one of my favorite parts is just being able to have that.
She's saying that she likes to beat people up.
Just that character, okay?
Just when she's in character, right? Not in real life.
Yeah.
Totally not.
Well, you know what? Now I have to ask. So, Elevie, so you are in the play with your mom. You said she's a member of the cast?
Yes, me and my mom have been doing plays together for a while now.
Who's the better actress?
I don't know. If I said that I was the better actress, my mom would be like. I was like, I feel like we're both equally great. Okay.
I'm just gonna walk past the window again.
Is that hard? Is anybody else? Do you have siblings or relatives in the play?
My sister, she helps backstage, but she's not in the play.
Okay. Is that difficult, especially when you're goofing around with your friends on stage, and you're also goofing around with your mom on stage? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we just have a lot of fun with it. It's really fun having my mom part of this theater experience.
Oh, okay. All right.
We always goof off with Danielle, too.
Oh, yes.
She is just hilarious.
Well, she saved the show today, so I thank Danielle, too. All right, so why don't we... okay, wait, let me ask one last question. Why should someone who's never been to a community theater show come to see this one? You kind of seem to say it has everything, right? It has everything anybody might be interested in.
Yes, there's definitely going to be at least one thing that you'll walk away from saying, I'm glad I saw it. But mostly, you have a unique opportunity to see something that you will never see again. Not in the same exact way, not with the same exact people. Nothing will be the same.
Huh.
And in this day and age, you can just sit down, put something on streaming, and you can watch it over and over and over again. Here, you have to be present. You have to go physically, and you have to enjoy it, and you have to be with other people, and you get to laugh with other people, and that's so rare nowadays. And so that's the appeal of theater in general, but this play has something for everyone. It has music, it has artistry, and it has laughs, and it has tender moments. There's something for everyone.
Well, that's great. And also, I mean, I've been to several productions. I was there for the play that goes wrong, which was, and at some concerts and some book readings, and for some stuff for the VFW. The Heritage Hall is a wonderful place to see. Everywhere, every seat is a good seat. The sound is really good. So, if you're interested in seeing anything live, it's good to go to the Heritage Theater and see it and see this play. So how about when and where are the when are the performances?
They are the 20th through the 28th, the weekends. The first Sunday does have a matinee, and that is at 3. So definitely come. But something that's really exciting is that last Saturday, we are going to have an ASL night. There will be an ASL interpreter.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's going to be, do they sing? I mean,
They interpret.
That'd be interesting.
And they do interpret the lyrics to the songs, yes.
I saw a comedian, speaking of puppets, that was doing a puppet show and then stopped talking in the middle, although looked like he was still talking. and the ASL person stopped, and like everybody was looking at it like, what are you doing? And so how can people get tickets? Now, I do know. Well, go ahead.
Well, you can get them online at heritagehalltheater.org, and that's theater with an R-E. It's fancy. It's the British spelling. And then you can also get them the day of the play at the door when you come in. It's $15 online, and it's $20 in person, $5 for children.
All right. Yeah, but it's better to get the tickets online because you have them in advance. You don't have to worry about it selling out. It does sound like this is going to sell out because this is going to be such a great show,
Cross all the fingers.
And do you know what's coming up after this? After the show?
Yes, it is One Stoplight Town.
Okay, never heard of that one either. That's interesting.
And Frozen with the Johnson
Oh.
County Young Artist. She's
Yes,
going to,
I'm Anna.
Who's going to be Olaf?
I wanted to, but they wouldn't let me.
And so there's obviously going to be opportunities and volunteers for future stuff.
Absolutely. And again, the auditions are always open. Just come, put yourself out there. You'll regret it later on if you don't.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. Especially, I have to say, all my kids have done theater. It is, if you're a parent listening to this, it is a great thing to get your kids to do. Not only will it help them learn how to speak in front of people and work with people and be a part of a team, but it keeps them off the streets. And
Yes, it does.
And I have always been much happier that my kids had friends that were a bunch of the theater nerds than a bunch of sports or goofy driving around. Sorry, is that wrong? Theater nerds? Elovy's looking at me. Is that wrong?
Looking at me
Yeah,
weird.
we're not theater nerds.
That's what my daughters call it.
I'm a theater nerd, don't worry.
All right. So, is there anything else? Is there anything else that we would like the community to know? Let's. Anybody else?
I'll just say, don't be nervous about coming out. It will be a little nerve-wracking for auditions, but once you get into it and once you start blocking the play and rehearsing your lines, it's just so much fun and it's so worth it.
All right.
So don't be afraid to come out and audition because you don't think you can sing or you're scared to talk in front of people, because it's when you're auditioning, it's just other people who are doing the same thing as you and they're probably just as nervous as you, and they're probably more focused on if they're going to do good or if
Yeah.
you're, so don't be afraid to come out and audition.
All right.
I'll
And
second that.
and don't be afraid to come out and see the play. If you can see all these great cast members and you can see the great directors at Heritage Hall starting on February 20th. We will announce the other shows and times. It's also on the Heritage Hall website. It's also on the Johnson County, Tennessee website. And Caldwell's, I can't remember, the Visit Mountain City website. So there's a lot of website. You can find out the times and the dates and everything. But it starts February 20th. And I know I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for being here,
Thank
Abigail.
you for having us.
And
I better see you there.
what's that?
I better see you there.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty
Give me a
hard to
big ol'
miss. And thank you all for coming out. And Elovie, Abel, Haley, and Gracie.
Thank you.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing you on stage. By the way, is there one cast, so you'll be on stage every night, or is there?
Yes, it is one cast.
All right. Just wanted to make sure, just so we don't, say, when I want to make sure I go to the right one where you guys are there. All right, so we're going to get back into the music, but I ran this up because of and by the way, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I will cut out the first part of the silent part of this interview, and I'll probably replay it tomorrow, so I hope. And so you'll be able to hear it straight through. And I apologize for the technical difficulties, and we will get back into the music right after a couple of quick announcements from our sponsors, and then we'll start with Ella Langley and Choosing Texas right after this. Thank you very much, guys, for coming in.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. 102.9 The Mountain, WMCT.